as early as possible. So Keyboy was really aggressive on the early parts of the game, but then came the 8-minute mark, 10-minute mark. It's as if he's the one slowing himself.
It kind of felt like he was toning down the dial.
He was toning down the
dial, yeah.
Keyboy.
The Keyboy action.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's come into the draft here. SYS have decided to stick to actually jump on over to blue side, pick up the Zaska for themselves. I mean, the Zaska is the hottest commodity here at the SPS. Even for Fnatic Onic, they're going. Let's see how they respond to this, because last time it was a Jushin, but now it could be anything, right? Let's look at the bans and see. Maybe that might give us an idea.
All right, so here will be the question, right? Since Zaz is so popular right now, like what will be the best hero against Zaz at the mid lane?
At the middle lane? Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
Farmis! That's my call.
Farmis, because even a splash of the Ghost Bursters.
That's right.
Ooh.
I think that's one way of doing it. Another thing is maybe consider some other battle spells. Like even Sprint is pretty decent. Some might even take. I mean, I get Flicker, but even Sprint has its uses to kind of power through the slow.
Now that you've said the Sprint, is Lilia? Do you think Lilia is a good choice?
Ooh.
During it's gonna be tricky though. During the ultimate, you have to literally burst the Zask prior using the black shoes and then going back with the sprint and bursting again. That's hard.
It's difficult. It's difficult. Yeah. I mean, there's still a lot of theory crafting to do because, again, Zask is something that a lot of teams have been experimenting with throughout the tournament so far. But considering that Fnatic Onic have decided to respond with, I want a Moskov, I want a Ruby, let's make something happen here. Hopefully, it gets a little bit more aggressive, but we do... Wow! An early alpha from See You Soon.
Okay, and looks like they're going to let go of the Roger. Not a taken this time.
Oh, okay.
Instead, okay. I like this one. I like the carry pick though.
Yeah,
but
carry's nice, but I think it's too early though.
Is it too early? I think they're trying to make a hard read on Fnatic Onic personally. I mean, they could still, at the end of the day, it could just be like an Arlet pick here for the side of Fnatic Onic and just be like, call it a day. Let's see what the full draft for See You Soon is in the second phase.
I feel like for See You Soon, they're focusing or they're overwhelmed with the idea that Fnatic Onic could go for a lineup that is more on the sustain side, so they went in for the carry. So they're overthinking things here. But if they're more familiar with the carry, why not? There are teams that literally have that. But because of the carry pick on the second phase, there's a Julian pick here for See You Soon. So it's the highest or the hero that would be the viable target for this sure. It's going to be carry on the early game. So if you're See You Soon, you need another hero that will balance out this showdown burst hero for the early game also. But they already have the Zask. So what if a Cho?
I think at this point of time, getting rid of just starting to get rid of like team fight mechanic heroes definitely is a good idea for the side of Fnatic Onic, right? Because again, they want to come from many different angles here. They want to be able to kind of pull people away from the zone of control that Zask has when he drops that nightmare spawn. They are thinking ahead of time. But maybe with this carry pick, right? Personally, I think See You Soon. Run, he's kind of sick of it because he was losing lane pretty hard against CW on a scaling hero. So he's like, you know what? I will play the carry. At the very least, if you're playing a scaling hero, I have an opportunity against the Moskov. Maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. At least I can trade back.
And Felix must be pretty sick of dying so many times in the XP lane as well. So I think at this point, he might want a beefier sort of hero. Arlet, yeah, he's kind of beefy, but he's not the beefiest and not the best of escape mechanism. So at least you have something really, really tanky. Then maybe. I don't know. I'm just
what if a
thinking
Phobius on the XP lane?
Yeah, I was thinking of Phobius.
You have the Ruby, you have the Moscow, but it's kind of hard though to pull off.
I mean, there are technically, the three heroes that Fnatic Onic has shown does have dashes, so I can see maybe there could be like a hard read concept going on there. Do they want to? No, he still would technically get dove underneath his tower.
Yeah, that's true.
He might have some outplay with the demonic force, but even so, unless we see a fourth dashing hero, then I'll keep that idea in mind.
What if Uranus? I'm just saying.
Don't you dare bring up that name. Don't you? Don't
Uranus in a 25-minute game?
Yeah, don't you dare.
We're just using the first, second, and third skill for 25 minutes.
For See You Soon, right? I mean, they already got the carry, Uranus can be the one to, like, take care of the split push.
What if a glue? Glue.
Like glue?
I'm hearing things I don't like. Go back to playing damage-dealing EXP laners. Make it interesting. We need things instead of sandbags, right? But let's look at where the bans are going. So far, Coach Yeb has decided to make sure that at least Tigreal and as well as the Minotaur are completely out of the question. The Farson as well as the Grok from the side of See You Soon is rather interesting. Is this a bit of a tell? Because the Edith has already been locked in for Fnatic Onic.
Yes, more. This is more. Oh, I'm not actually sure if Ruby's gonna be on the X.
Oh well.
Cho and Benedetta as swiftly as possible.
As Gideon wished.
Yep.
More damage, more savagery.
Yeah, I mentioned the Cho, by the way, earlier.
Yep, you did. You called it right on the dot. You called it right on the dot. I mean, it's a pick-off composition that's heavily snowball-oriented. This is the See You Soon that I was waiting for. This is the one. This is the true identity, but it does come at high risk, high reward. If any one of these lanes start failing, that's when you see Fnatic Onic really invest all their resources to make sure you don't come back.
Now this is where Felix will have a nightmares from the previous round that he needs to shake off.
Oh.
He needs to shake off those nightmares. He needs to come back to being the Felix that he is and able to somehow survive the laning phase and not die like 5 times in 6 minutes.
All right, that's enough of me, boys and girls. It's up to you guys, our casters, Sir Cloud as well as Chantel. Break down the compositions and take us away into the land of dawn.
Okay, so for the lineup first of Fnatic on, or for See You Soon specifically, they doubled down a bit on the physical damage. So it's something that Fnatic Onic has to look forward to, maybe more on the Tikara side before Brute Force Breastplate. But yeah, execution-wise, it's gonna be easy for See You Soon as compared to the other game. But we'll see as to how Fnatic Onic will counter out this play. Oh, first blood!
Wait, what?
First blood!
Oh! And Felix got the first blood!
Just...
And that is a record. The fastest first blood.
You know what, Sir Cloud? He heard you mentioning that 6 deaths in 6 minutes. He made it personal. That's why I'm gonna be the first blood for this game.
Oh yeah, he's like, okay, I will not allow the casters to talk about that anymore.
You know what? He'll make it 6 kills in 6 minutes.
Yeah, that's your redemption.
Yeah, that's the redemption that he needs. And yeah, for See You Soon, clearing a minion wave. Again, they have this Benedetta. It's expected to be part of the lineup or part of the team fight as early as possible. But the edge here for See You Soon, for Fnatic Onic rather, is the crowd control. So they have Keyboy, they have Loot Piece Hero, even an Eternal Guard here for Sans. So it's more of damage versus Kakuto.
Oh, a little bit of an aggressive move there. But now, into Keyboy. 1v2. I'm not sure about Boxy doing that though. A bit risky as Kyrie can still somewhat chase him, but yeah. I mean, it's level 4 versus level 2.
Yeah, I really like it that you're questioning the idea of Boxy going in there because they were able to like get a kill prior him being part or being in that area or in that perimeter. So for Fnatic Onic, it could have been a kill for them. It could have been Boxy using that flicker during that time. So yeah, for See You Soon, things are looking good, better than game number 1, but for Fnatic Onic, they have the Julia. They could burst anytime in the turtle take.
Oh, and See You Soon flick. He actually got the turtle. Ooh, okay, here we are. We are talking now. And look at this. See You Soon actually has a slight goal advantage against Fnatic Onic.
And even for Ron, actually, he was the first to be at level 4 versus Chewe. That's why Keyboy is trying to mix up things at the bottom lane. And Boxy just all over the place. I remember it correctly. It was M3, if I'm not mistaken, that Boxy is one of those notable Cho users. So it's more of a comfort here for Boxy as to why he's all over the place.
Right, so his job right now is to open up the map, gather information, and also poke the members of Fnatic Onic just to annoy them.
Yeah, as long as they see Boxy, okay, there's a potential threat. Boxy's here. Again, Boxy's here. You have to be mindful of where you step. So things are looking good for both teams and more on the safer route, if I can say, for both See You Soon and Fnatic Onic. They know the potential of their lineup, even for Kyrie and Keyboy. Very different from game number 1, right?
Yeah, we can see the pace as well for both sides. But speaking about pacing, Looks like Felix might be caught here. Gotta be extra careful. Be arrived, but Felix managed to get away to safety. But also thanks to Boxy and Ra, who happen to be there to protect him.
You know what? With how the things are looking now for CUC and Fnatic Onyx, I feel like the first decent team fight that we will have is after the third turtle of the game. Oh, wait. So we could see Arana very aggressive against Chewe. This is interesting. For CU soon, they have to convert the kill against Chewe as early as possible.
Oh, okay, and looks like they will want to do that underneath the turret. This is where they will sit down and say hello to Chewe. Chewe definitely will go down, not able to get out in time. It's just a matter of whether is there any trade. But the answer is no. No trades at all. So a clean one on the Chewe.
Yeah, I think the only trade that Fnatic Onyx can have is this turtle by Kyrie. But there's another trade for Soria and Felix because he's there at the purple buff. So is he going to be successful? Take note that Kyrie doesn't have the retribution. So Soria and Felix, the redemption for Felix on this game number 2.
Yeah, so far so good. I mean, not only that he got the first blood, but he's also not rooted to his lane. Right now, he's like going around the map, disrupting the areas, and even stole the purple buff. So who knows what else he can come up with?
Yeah, probably later on, he could go for a dive, like to final blow, and then do the petrify against the players of Fnatic Onyx. The best option for Soria Felix with that is going to be Sans. Oh wait, Mox is at the middle lane.
Oh no, I saw what Keyboard did, and so he flickered, but look at this. This will be the counter on the Keyboard because they know Keyboard does not have the flicker, but Keyboard counter back on the Boxy. Boxy went down, Keyboard goes down as well after being the tank in the middle. A 1-for-1 trade between CU Soon and Fnatic Onyx.
And now CU Soon is at the lead. 1K gold lead for this one, and everything is just really good for them. It's impressive that they're able to get a play at the middle lane, and Boxy with those flicker, and then Way of the Dragon setups at the middle lane. Oh yeah, the last one that was at the middle lane. It was very effective for them. And they just have to continue what they're doing, setting up the tempo here against Fnatic Onyx.
Super duper close between the two teams.
Yeah.
I kind of think about it. Like, it started off with the first blood, and then it kind of went back and forth. And I noticed that Keyboard just before we went for the technical pause, right? Like he flickered in.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and then he missed his skills. So I have at the back of my mind wondering, is that like a deliberate miss or not? But I feel that it was.
There might have been a problem. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Gideon has an intel on that.
Intel on this. It would have been funny if it was Keyboy who was just like, he misses it and then it calls for the tech pause. He's like, what's the problem? I didn't hit my abilities. Usually I do hit them. I have 100% hit rate. I don't understand what's going on. But don't worry, Zipper will be on it. And don't worry, our marshals are immediately on site. We'll handle the issue as soon as possible. Of course, here at the SPS, we make sure that competitive integrity is at an all-time high.
Right.
Yeah, so far, what do you think about the game overall? It feels for me personally a very 50-50. It's still kind of hard to tell, but do you think that like it swings like a 51% somewhere?
It's a 49. 51.
49. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Who gets the 49?
I got you right there.
Okay.
I'm like, wait a minute. 49, 51. There's a majority going there. I mean, I will say that if you're leaning more towards CU Soon, I get it, because Felix is definitely showing us that like maybe you know, some of these picks are not exactly his favorite.
Yeah, that's true. So I kind of feel like. Okay, I thought we were still at the technical pause. There's a huge technical. So we're back at the game, by the way.
Oh, the moment we came back.
Just like you said.
I'm sorry.
I rest my case, people. I rest my case.
I'll put my headset down. I'm so sorry, Felix.
Fans, blame Gideon.
Yep. Cambodian fans, Yusun fans, on your behalf, get out of here.
Okay, so just when we're back from this one to the game, it's Soria and Felix down. So 1K goldie for CU Soon. Still a pretty decent lead, right? So for Fnatic Onyx, they just have to focus on a specific lane, may it be Soria and Felix or maybe Ron's hero. They just need to put a chaos in that order that CU Soon has been doing against them.
Yeah, and in order for them to gain success out of this round, hopefully they don't create the same mistakes as before, like Boxy going in, getting caught out and all that. But speaking about getting caught, we might see one person getting caught right now, and happen to be Boxy again, and it's going to be Lupi who takes him out. But look at his keyboard, all the way from the back.
Oh.
It is Felix to get the kill. So, trade between the two, but the turtle is still up for grabs. Let's see that way. Gets a Felix. And also, look who got the turtle. It is Kyrie.
Good setup play there for Fnatic Onyx. And we really have to commend the Suns' usage of that Eternal Guard right in front of the players of See You Soon. I kind of feel like for See You Soon, they wanted to make things fast to the point that Sorry and Felix didn't have the connection with his teammates prior the Electo final blow. So you see for See You Soon, the critical thing for them is that they need to have that synchronization of skills. If Flick uses a Spear of Alpha, if Boxy uses the Way of the Dragon, they have to make sure that there's a follow-up setup or maybe follow-up damage for them to win a team fight.
Yeah, they need to be there, right? Positioning-wise as well, it's going to be really crucial when those sort of moves happen. For Felix, I noticed he brought the Sky Piercer.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, so he's pretty deadly at this moment. He just needs a good kick from Boxy and he'll definitely secure the kill.
Definitely if they want to go and find Sans prior team fight, if you are Sorry Felix, hence the Sky Piercer thing or equipment also. So 8 minutes for our game. Box is still all over the place. But the thing is that for Fnatic Onyx, they've given a lot of space for Chewe. The Megan Wave at the bottom lane is just literally flowing because of Chewe's split pushing. And the lead is now on the side of Fnatic Onyx after all those series of events during the Turtle team fight.
But you know what else is flowing?
What is?
The respect for these two teams. Yeah, they go back and forth.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they're not really like, okay, let's go on in. You know, I see someone, I want to go and get the pick out now. And I can partly understand because it's almost time for the
and
next
you also know what's flowing?
What's that?
The love of these players for MLBB.
Oh!
Yeah, because they've been playing, these players are like really veterans in the league. Even Ron. It's like I'm singing Lady Gaga, so Ron.
Oh. Ra. But let's see who gets a Ra. It's going to be Felix getting the Lord. Whoa, man. Oh, man.
What an anticlimactic way after taking the Lord.
Just right after getting the Lord, we had to take a breather. I mean, I was ready for action.
Yeah, me too. Actually, you guys weren't able to see, but me and Sir Cloud were literally standing during that Lording. But after the Lording, we're just sitting now. So yeah, we're just waiting for the players and the teams to be prepared again. But things happen, and what happened is, Sorry and Felix, Lord still happened.
Yeah, and Lord happened. Okay, it does look kind of like See You Soon is getting their momentum again. But maybe, Gideon, what do you think? Do you think See You Soon is getting this momentum? Can they close the game off?
I think closing the game is going to be a little bit different. Sorry, not different, but a little bit difficult, especially when I'm messing around with the internet that much. But I'm not saying that the tech pause is my fault. I'm just saying I might have a hand in it. I do think that Sorry I'm Felix definitely looks like he has something to prove because he's making like really bold moves across the map. The fact that he's surviving, the fact that he is like creating space with the amount of, I don't want to say damage amp, but definitely his kill pressure alone is making Fnatic Onyx question a couple of their moves. I don't feel like Fnatic Onyx is as decisive as they were if they do notice that Sorry I'm Felix is hovering around the map or with outside of vision.
I think it's going to be hard for Fnatic Onyx with this. Okay, it's the replay.
Yeah.
It's the raw run heist for this Lord. There was a conceal from Keyboy. I want to know where... Oh, okay.
There was a misretry there.
Yeah. And then we pull it back just a little bit more because here you can see that Kyrie is walking up towards the Lord as quickly as possible. But by the time he dashes it, it's already gone. And Sorry I'm Felix was already buffering his next ability.
So the early retribution was from Flick. It just so happened that Sorry I'm Felix was around the perimeter of the Lord, and then Kyrie was not really part of the Lord take. Okay. So it's a nice juggle there for See You Soon.
I mean, kind of like mopped up the mess, right?
Yeah.
From your own team. It's like, aha, okay, I'm there, I gotcha.
I mean, I think that's what the meta is asking of us right now, because now that we don't have the Lord dance as we usually know it, the Lord does way too much damage. So really, it's just the conversion of gold. How much can you get off of this? Yes, you get the Lord, but if I take away 4 of your members, I don't think that's worthy of a trade.
Yeah, that's true. So things are looking good now for See You Soon, and I think for Fnatic Onyx, they need to find a way to stop. Sorry, Felix.
I don't think they can. I don't think it's stop at an Electo final blow. I think they definitely need to readjust in terms of like the spacing that they usually give, because again, Benedetta covers a lot of distance very quickly as well. So I definitely think that Fnatic Onyx, number one, they're still stuck down to their fundamentals of, hey, we got to watch out for our waves. We don't want to get accidentally backdoored like we saw TLPH do to BTRB. But at the same time, there needs to be some kind of risk and reward to get See You Soon to commit to a fight.
Yeah, and also the fact that the Benedetta also has a Sky Piercer. So it's, so it's pretty dangerous. Yeah, it's not only about you keeping your distance, it's also about you needing to be careful, be aware of where the Benedetta is before you get backstabbed.
It's as if the Benedetta is stitching the floor. Stitching the floor. Stitching. Not teaching.
That floor better learn its lesson.
Yeah, that floor better learn. Yeah, anyway, I don't know what I expect from See You Soon after this, because it's going to be hard for them to set up a play even though they have the Lord.
Well, okay. A number of things that are making it difficult for the play to be set up is the fact that the follow-up isn't very burst-oriented, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's imagine the previous situation where Boxy was making, like, an incredible kick. He does the kick of a lifetime, and the only real follow-up he had was Zask, who can't burst the target down, so they had to get Sorry I'm Phoenix from the top side of the map to rotate down and even commit a Petrify to guarantee at least a one-for-one trade.
And at the same time, for Fnatic Onyx, knowing that the lineup of See You Soon doubled down on the physical damage, they could just go for those physical defenses. So there's this specific time wherein See You Soon's lineup will be as effective as they are now. But on the latter part of the game, I don't think it's going to be the same story for them.
Oh, but of course, because they also, like, not only is it physical, they've got true damage from Alpha, they've got true damage from Carry as well. So itemizing, even if you itemize, like, full physical, full armor, it might work against you. That's why when I'm looking at the item list from Fnatic Onyx, I'm seeing a lot of Blood Wings, anything to give you like extra health, anything that gives you an extra shield to kind of win you in these moment-to-moment games, right? These moment-to-moment fights. If you survive with just a sliver of health, that just might be good enough.
And speaking of surviving, Kimboy was able to survive, but Flick doesn't.
Yeah, we are back onto the game, ladies and gentlemen. But the fight's not over yet, though. Straight on to Kyrie. Rod got it, but where gets Boxy instead. So a bit of a trade there, but Sans gets run. So looks like this fight is favoring on the side of Fnatic Onyx. And plus, they're able to take down the Lord immediately.
Yeah, this is what Gideon has been saying earlier. Is it better for See You Soon that they were able to take down the Lord? But in exchange is that 2-3 players of our team will be down. So for Fnatic Onyx, they got the better side of the deal after that Lord take. So 8-5 is our score, almost 10 minutes. So it's pretty fast for Fnatic Onyx versus how they played from game number 1. Because for this one, it's literally See You Soon being boxed out. Being boxed out in this area for Fnatic Onyx.
Yeah, and it's also the first Lord, right? So it doesn't give you that much of a value, and the fact that you lost 2-3 players in the process is definitely not going to be worth it. But also checking out some of the items, okay. Of course, for carry, just finished the Demon Hunter Sword, so the Trinity items are complete. That's where we will be able to see carry coming up with a lot more damage, perhaps in this mid lane fight here, as Fnatic Onyx wants to take down the turret.
And the only decent item that Boxy has actually for the defensive item is the Athena's shield. So it means that they don't really have that counter yet versus the lifesteal, or they don't have the anti-lifesteal yet versus Loot P versus Chewa's hero. So they just need to pump up those equipments just to be prepared against Fnatic Onyx. But yeah, Fnatic Onyx, they have their own ways to limit the resources of See You Soon, and that is seen on this game as to why they are on the lead 2.1k against See You Soon.
Well, now we are back to the, okay, we chill, we wait for the next Lord. Now, even though if Sans is just right in front of the members of See You Soon, but nobody really commits to him, but I can understand why as well, because you don't want to go in there just for keyboard from behind to counter back onto you. So there's still a decent amount of respect for See You Soon to Fnatic Onyx.
Now here's the thing also for Fnatic Onyx, now that we've been mentioning about the respect and discipline of these teams. I like the discipline here of Fnatic Onyx that yes, they are on the lead, but they also respect the idea of the clearing of the minion wave. So they always make sure that their lanes are flowing, both top lane, even bottom lane, prior this Lord take, so that they will be on the upper hand versus See You Soon while trying to take this Lord.
Okay, we're going to start off the Lord now, but See You Soon is waiting at the side, so they could come in any time. So Fnatic Onyx will definitely not commit all in onto the Lord just yet. They will definitely wait for See You Soon to make their first move, or maybe they might make the first move. See You Soon going back onto the back line, onto Boxy. But Boxy, well,
it's gonna be a reset.
Yeah.
We've seen this. We've been seeing this like
a million times.
A million times today. But then we can see a split push at the middle lane for Sorry and Felix.
Felix! He actually engaged his solo onto the mid and he went down, and because of that, that opened up the space, but still Lord is taken by Flick. But like what we're talking about earlier on, like what Gideon said earlier on, is that you lose 2-3 members. It does not matter whether you get the Lord.
I mean, and we can see right now for Fnatic Onyx that they're just on the lead in terms of dealing damage against See You Soon. The Lord will not spawn anytime now. Maybe 10 seconds, 5 seconds, but yeah, for Fnatic Onyx, they're able to take down this right down the middle lane, probably another one. And for See You Soon, they have to defend, but the Lord will be at the top lane. I'm pretty sure that Fnatic Onyx will cut that Lord and make sure that they win the next team fight.
Oh, Boxy! Caught out and Sarge! Beautifully take him out. And now with a Boxy, this is their chance from Fnatic Onyx to take down the Lord, but still a decent amount of respect for them not to push straight in. Boxy got caught out with his pants down.
Yeah, that's really...
Oh, wait, it's not over yet. Run, he has to run away. He's very low right now. Kyrie goes in as well. Drew off Flick together with Felix. And that is nothing much they could do. Unfortunately, they have to lose their inhibitor turret.
Okay, that's just too much damage here for Chewe on this game. So at level 15, Ron is still at level 14, so we could see damage leaderboard. It's literally Chewe. Next is Zask of See You Soon. So again, Season has this high potential of winning a team fight as long let's put it in a better way. The winning condition of See You Soon is they need to place that Nightmaric spawn in front of everyone with the Electro Final Blow and Petrify simultaneously. So it's more on the layer of skills, but it's gonna be hard though for those two players. But as long as there is the layer, there's a high chance for See You Soon to actually win a team fight against Fnatic Onyx.
Yeah, especially it's tough, especially the fact that you have Loopy who can disposition them. That's one, and you got Keyboard who can also like soak in all those skills as well. So you gotta really target, you gotta really time it well. But if Fnatic Onyx is able to get a pickup from anyone, whether it's Boxy, whether it's Flick, then that's pretty much it. They can push in, potentially push in, that is.
Yeah, and speaking of pushing, I really like how Loopy is actually pushing back the players of See You Soon.
Oh no, they got Boxy! Oh man, he thought he was still in the position that, okay, I could still kind of poke you a little bit, I could still kind of open the map, but not at this stage, because Fnatic Onyx, they are well stacked up now. They are about 5k gold ahead of See You Soon.
Yeah, and it's actually because of Loopy's setup plays. Actually, he's been pretty solid for this game. And gold leaderboard is Chewe on top, and even Kyrie. So it's going to be a fast load here for Fnatic Onyx without contest from Soon. Again, things are looking good for Fnatic Onyx. They just have to capitalize on this Lord. But you can see, Felix doing some efforts for a split push with the curve Minion Wave at the top lane. Luti with the Winter Crown, by the way.
So at this moment, it's waiting game.
Yeah, it's
Just
a waiting game.
Wait for the Lord come, and then they will try to push in all 3 lanes inside of the base. And if they can get a pick up or 2 out of the members of See You Soon, then they can basically close the game. So See You Soon must defend this.
Yep, and there's an intel from Sorry and Felix that 3 players, actually 4 players of Fnatic Onyx are here. So it's going to be Lord at the top lane, Force team fight at the bottom lane to be able to destroy this inhibited turret. And for See You Soon, it's going to be hard for them to defend their base, but they have to if they want to extend this series into game number 3.
Okay, the Lord has arrived on the doorstep, waiting for the minions on the mid lane, and this is where Fnatic Onyx will take down the inhibitor turret. That's going to be inhibitor turret number 1, waiting for the minions to arrive to inhibit the turret number 2 on the bottom lane. That is it. Everything is out open right now. They will go all in. And here we go. Guardian called upon to help them out, and Ludwig gets a double kill in the process. Looking for another kill, but Boxy will be the next one. Although he tried from behind, but at the end of the day, it's going to be Fnatic Onyx wrapping things up.
Wow, that is yet another setup play from Loot P. Hands down to the guy.